is our official kickoff, and we're just going to roll with it. I just want to say, hey, chicas, it is so good to have you here. Welcome to Chicas Unfiltered. This is a place that we wanted to bring fun, color, but also lipstick, love, and life lessons. And we're just going to go real and raw here. So tonight is our first official kickoff. So if you are there, say hello. Make sure you drop us a comment along the way and say hi. What can you expect when you tune in to Chicas Unfiltered? Real stories, real topics, and real truth. There's enough fakery, fake stuff going on out there. There's enough women that feel like they have to, paint this picture and life is like so beautiful. And you know what? Life is beautiful, but it's a beautiful hot mess sometimes. So what you're going to expect is just some real stories, some real conversations, but also beauty tips, because we're all about inner beauty meets outer beauty, empowerment, and a lot of color. So we'll always feature that. But as we get started, we are going to introduce you to who we got here tonight. Yara Ortiz, who's joining tonight. Hey, Yara.
Hey, girl. I'm excited about this. This is like so much fun. And then why not lift each other and grow and learn at the same time? And of course, Besitos in the mix as well. So,
Gotta get the
yeah,
besitos everywhere.
I know. So, who am I? I am the owner and CEO of BCS, Bookkeeping Consulting Services, founder of Money Moves with Yara. I'm financial consultant, and I help nonprofits and small businesses with their books. I am also a master personal financial coach, where I help women, and more specifically single moms, with their money.
I love
I help
that.
them clean up their money chaos and finally so they can finally feel control of their finances without the guilt, without the overwhelm. We all been there at some point in our lives, and I just help them structure their money in a way that makes sense to them. So
And that's like very important. I know you have a show too on Prospera called Badass Mama Moves.
yeah.
And there was one episode. So people, if you haven't caught this episode, you need to go to Prospera on YouTube and pull up Yada's playlist. All right. And she actually pulled in, gosh, what was the one on trauma? Like, how do you know trauma is still showing up in your money? And I'm like, I'm editing the show and I'm like, check, 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 bawling, check. You just brought up some great topics. So how do you deal with the topic of money, especially when you work with women quite a bit? Is it a tough thing to break through? Are women very vulnerable with you up front, or do you have to really earn that trust?
Well, you have a mix of everything, right? There are those that they don't care, they just spell it right out, and some that you have to kind of pull it little by little. It's just a matter of making them comfortable with me. My goal is to make them feel comfortable with me, that they know they are in a safe space with me,
Yeah.
because I am one of them. I've been there, done that. There's
Yep.
no judging, no like why do you do that? Because sometimes money is, it's a touchy feely topic as it is. It's a
Hmm.
such a taboo, and
Hmm.
some people are so immune to their money habits that they don't even realize what they've been doing, how for how long, anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's like an eye opening, right? When you lay down, put it right in front of them.
Hmm.
That's why it's very important that as I'm coaching, I also target the mindset and that relationship with money, because that's the key and the foundation of everything. Because I can help you make 100 budgets, and if you still with the same habit and having that same money mindset, nothing's gonna happen.
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, some things are rooted up in things that relationship with money and that money mindset is rooted in things that you don't even realize that are real
Yes.
deep. And sometimes it's from our childhood, right?
Hmm.
That we don't even realize till like
Yep.
someone really points that out. Of, okay, I think this is what it is, and you just pull it out.
Yep.
It's a work in progress. It's not an overnight thing.
It isn't. And so the show that you bring adds a lot of value. So I just want to encourage people, go to our Prospera TV YouTube and find Badass Mama Moves playlist and just go through, because Yada talks to the single mamas. and but also to money. And there's a lot that you will uncover just by watching her shows. We have another little chica, another badass mama joining us. I'm going to bring Julie to the stage here real quick. Hey, Julie, how are you?
Hi,
I'm
Julie.
good. Do you hear me? Hey, girls. Long time no
Yes.
see.
Long time no see. We hear you. Why don't you tell a little bit of people about who you are and what you do? This is our initial kickoff show.
Okay, my name is Julie Ramirez. I'm the owner and founder of Girasol Essentials. Girasol meaning sunflower. And if you think about what a sunflower represents, that's what I'm here to do too. Wow, what do I do? I'm more of an emotions mentor kind of person, and I help supermoms take a time out. In
Ah, super
essence, that's what
moms,
it
take a
comes down
time
to.
out. We all need to yell at each other and be like, go sit in timeout. I would be like,
So
is it time for me to sit in my timeout yet?
exactly. So that's in essence what it is. But I do that with providing solutions in a healthy way, as far as the simple things that we take for granted, the vitamins, the supplements, the help with stress, the help with sleeping, even, and in all of that, is a combination. If you're taking care of yourself inside, giving your cells nutrition, then you are going to help every other aspect of your body. So I do that with supplements and a program that I have, a 90-day reset,
Mhm.
as well as Touch and Truth, which is a form of aromatherapy, being touched by the essential oils. So
Love it.
that's how
Love
I
it.
gave you a timeout.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take it.
I can take one. I can take one for sure.
So before we kick off like our topic for the evening, we need to know like a fun fact about each other. We need to, like, now that we know who we are professionally and the work that we do, like what's something that is so silly that people just don't even know about you. So I'm gonna give you guys time to think about yours if you're like going, oh shit, I don't know what I'm gonna say. One of mine is, here's the thing. I have had short hair like my whole adult life, and from like high school time it was so long, it was like down to my back and like down to my lower back, and I really can't imagine having like all that hair. But I'm trying to grow my hair out again right now. Like this is so super long for me, I feel like I should be going like this already. But here's a fun fact. I think I have a nervous twitch, like a nervous habit, or like a calming thing, but I play with my hair, like I'm talking all the time. Anytime someone sees me, my hands probably up in my hair. So I don't know if that's like a nervous habit, but I don't do it when it's not like growing out. So that's like a weird thing. So if anybody knows like what that might be, please tell me. But my arm actually hurts after a while because it just tells me I have to lift more weights because my muscle's not used to lifting it. So that's a fun fact about me. This hair is like super long to me right now, but the more that it grows, I like play with it nonstop. And I think it's like a calming effect or a way that I like think. I don't know. But that's a fun fact about me. Now you know. Who wants to go next?
That is so funny. I mean, talking about hair, when I was in high school, my hair was all the way to my waist. And I've been trying for the longest time to try to grow it too. I mean, it's longer now, but I just been trying. Fun fact, I don't know. People say that I talk with my face.
That you talk with your face.
Sometimes, especially when I don't want to say uh, that something in my mind that's not gonna be nice, but my face talks. I don't know.
You have that resting bitch face.
Yeah, I know. Like,
So is it your eyebrows that say more than anything?
well, my this one, you see,
Yeah.
like automatically goes up
Yeah.
sometimes, and it just goes
Yeah.
up, and that's the thing. And then another thing is that my nose kind of blows up when I'm in that, I don't know, that mode. Like it
Your
just
son,
like
your son probably sees the face and is like, I'm gonna go sit in timeout already.
he does. Even my brother said, "There she goes with the nose."
Oh, that's funny. What about you, Julie?
Wow, I'd have to say, if you know me, you know that I love to dance and I love music. And now that I'm a grandmother, I can see the inheritance in my grandson. He loves music. So music is also, what it does, right? It calms the beast, so to speak. So that's definitely, if you know me, you know that I can hear any kind of tune and just be moving. Like I'm constantly in that, in the beat. And I don't actually listen to the words, which has gotten me in trouble sometimes because, certain songs just aren't for us.
Yep.
But the rhythm and like right now in the background, I have jazz playing because I just love the sound of instruments and the harmony that they do. So
Love
that's a
that.
fun fact about me.
So we want to let people know I'm the founder of Besitos Beauty. This show is going to be sponsored by Besitos Beauty because we really want to bring lipstick, love, and life lessons to the screen. And being founder of Besitos Beauty, I want to make sure that we kind of bring fun back into things, guys. And what some of the questions that I get are on lipstick as we get older. That's like so if you ever want tips or tricks on your makeup, drop those questions. Let us know because I can share those things with you right away. So let's get into the topic that we have tonight, and we want to hear from you. We want to know how you feel about this question as well. And if you guys ever have some future questions, some topics that you want us to open up for discussion, please feel free to share those with me. You guys know where to find me like all the time. So tonight's topic is, what does unfiltered confidence look like in real life? So what does unfiltered confidence look like in real life to you guys? What does that mean?
Honestly, unfiltered confidence is when you stop performing for people and you start showing up as yourself, even when it's messy and all, however it is, you just show up. And it's not about having it all together. It's about owning where you are at, without apologizing for it. And it's just, it's being grounded and it's quiet and saying within yourself, like, I got this. It's that energy that comes from having survived so much and some stuff, that and knowing that your word doesn't depend on anyone else's validation.
That's a big one.
It's just being you no matter what, and no matter who, wherever you are, just be you.
Now, when you say without having to apologize, this is kind of like off topic, but this is why the conversation is going to go real and raw. We come from some toxic trauma back in our relationship days, right? We have that in common. Do you find that when you have to focus on being unapologetic, do you find from coming from a toxic relationship background, that trauma, that you just apologize a lot in general?
That in general, yes. When you're still in that healing process and not really fully out of it, you constantly find yourself apologizing for anything. And it could be verbally saying, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. Or it could be an action of trying to fix what you thought you messed up to make it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And the reason I ask that is because that's one that still lingers for me. I apologize for nothing that even needs an apology. It's just a habit. It's just a natural response. Like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. And so to show up unfiltered confidence and no longer have to apologize for anything, that's a beautiful place to get, because I think those of us that have been through an experience like that, you don't realize how difficult that is. It really is. What about you, Julie? What do you think unfiltered confidence looks like in real life?
Well, it's definitely the woman that, a person that can come up. Like right now, I'm on this call with you, and I showed up with a messy bun. This is me. Kind of feel so in connection with what Yara just said. Being raw, being real, being authentic to yourself. Vulnerability is definitely that. And there's this feeling of self-trust. You know who you are, and that confidence is going to show. And yeah, are we going to perform in certain moments with a certain audience? Yeah, you have to show up and be the professional if you're going to do it on a professional level, or if you're in your ministry, you're representing someone, so you want to show your best, but it's still raw, it's still you, and it's not performed. kind of thing. It's really coming down to that. Obviously, our actions speak louder than what you're really saying. So when you're raw, or when you're in, unfiltered confidence, it's going to be that you show up taking action. So in our industry with the Besitos, we put on that bold lipstick. I don't have any on today, sorry ladies, but you put on some, you put on that bold lipstick and let it show. And that lipstick that we I know, right? That lipstick that we put on, that swipe brings in that confidence, and that's that unfiltered confidence.
I love that. I love that.
That's
And one of the things, yeah, for sure. We're going to talk about the lipstick part of it next. But one of the things that I struggled with is sometimes when you think of unfiltered confidence, I'm kind of more of an introvert. So if you meet me like in a public setting and we're in person, I'm sometimes like looked at as snobbish or stuck up because I'm not overly like friendly, even though I'm the friendliest, kindest person. I'm just not extroverted. So I had to get comfortable in that space and realize that if people didn't want to take the time to get to know me personally and talk like intimately one-on-one, they could have that opinion of me, and I had to be okay with it. That to me is kind of an example of how I've developed into that unfiltered confidence. I don't feel like I have to show up and shout. I don't feel like I have to show up and like be the life of the party or everybody look at me and that makes me confident. I just feel like over the years, I've come into that unfiltered confidence where I can actually just sit and be, and I'm okay with it, no matter what people's opinions might be of that. Because sometimes, especially with women, if you just sit and you're to yourself, they automatically think like, oh, she's stuck up, or she thinks she's better than us, but I'm not even like funny. Like I don't have that sense of humor. I'm the listener. So I'd rather just sit back and observe, take it in, be a kind, throw a smile out there. And so I really had to learn to be comfortable in that, because that's almost like taken negatively. Have you guys ever experienced anything like that?
I have 100%.
I experience it all the time.
Same as you. Like I could be in a room, and because I'm not all bubbly, people think that I'm a stuck up or like I'm upset or something, and it's not even the case, And I have had, and because I am an introvert too, it takes me time to really get acclimated to whatever room I'm in.
Yeah.
I have to really get out of that comfort zone, especially now that I'm building my business and going to networking events, and because you kind of have to get on people's faces, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And introduce yourself and be approachable and this and that. And sometimes it's a little bit like, okay, I need to like shake it off.
Yep.
Let me be approachable.
Well, and the funny thing that you say that, we got Tracy on here too, and Christina says, I want some lipstick. Well, stick around, Christina, because we got lipstick. Is when it comes to like on stage and speaking and like networking, like I'm on. I can paint it, but to meet somebody, to like really meet somebody, like make a new friend, I'm just quiet. I don't know. It's really hard for me. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that feels like that, but it's harder the older we get to make friends, and I don't know why.
It is because our visions and priorities have changed.
We've created boundaries.
Yeah.
And you create boundaries. You could pick up, we pick up the vibe of the room. Like you said, you walk into the room. You're looking for the one who you could connect with. And sometimes that person's not there right in the moment until you break the ice. But yeah, it's. I mean, I've walked into rooms and I'm just like I sense the room, right? So I just walk in, but that unfiltered confidence, and I'm tall, so I'm not gonna walk in with my shoulders down or anything. I'm gonna walk tall, that who I am, and right away, because I didn't, hi, kind of person. But if I know someone in the room, that's gonna be my baseboard, right? I'm gonna be able to walk towards that person, say, hey girl, what's up? What's going on? What's new? I can break the ice with someone I know But if I
Yeah.
don't know the people, like you were saying about network marketing, that's the hard, even though I'm confident of who I am.
But I just want to ask you, Julie, because being an emotions coach, and that's like your zone, how do you handle situations where you can feel emotions are off, but I mean, but you're in there, so you have to kind of like play the game. Like, how do you handle that when you know emotions are just not genuine?
At this stage in my life, I really don't have time for fake. So that boundary, that sensation comes up. So I can come into a room, and even with people that I know, like because I know them, right? It's like, okay, but you breathe it out, and I'm adaptable to my situations.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm not gonna go into that circle or break. Like, how you pick up clicks with, especially women. Women have a tendency to have clicks.
Right.
I'm not into the clicky thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easy for me to just move on and find who I'm gonna vibrationally connect with.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's said in Spanish, se dejan, the people who are true is
Mm-hmm.
who I'm looking for. And that
I
hence
love it.
the reason why I'm connected with you ladies, because it's that vibe that I get with you ladies. So hey, go
Yep.
chicas.
We're dream team. We're dream team over here. So this kind of relates with the unfiltered confidence, but it's probably like a part two of this question. How do you think we can support each other as women today to be more unfiltered confidence? Like, how can we be a better support system for others to allow them the space to be that? Do you think that we can do that for someone, or do you think it just has to be an internal something that we do on our own?
I think it goes both ways. It
Mhm.
has to come from within because you need to know, uh, you need the support in the community and also accept it. And once the person lets you in, then you can do that. You
Yeah.
can be that community for that person.
Yeah.
But the person needs to let the community in, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
It does have to come from within, but kind of talking about stepping into the room and feeling other people's emotions, even though it's an internal thing, you still need to feel safe in an environment to be that.
Hmm.
And I think that's the key there is the support, knowing that the love is there unconditionally, you know,
Genuine.
genuine when
That's a
we're
hard
when we're
one for
in our
me.
hot mess selves. Anybody ever been there? Hot mess self?
Yeah, it's hard for me to trust.
The other thing that comes into that equation is the fact that what's our intention? So internally, but whoever said that, right? It is internal, because what's our goal? What's our intention when we go to a meetup group, or when we put ourselves out there on Facebook or social media, right? What's our intention? Is it to give that space to the woman that's looking for it? So you just have to keep showing up. As you in prayer is big too. We connect with our divine to help us, because in my case, I know that I can quickly put up a wall, right? Put up that
Hmm.
boundary. I ain't got time for this kind of thing. And if I go with that attitude, then yeah, I'm not going to meet anybody, or I'm not going to give my services to anybody. I'm not going to offer, I'm not going to be there for that person that needs me. But once I connect with you, I'm connecting 100% there with you in the moment. And that's today's society. Isn't that today's society? We're hooked on our phones, we are disconnected. So
Mhm.
we have to take that initiative, but it's with an intent, right? What's the intention behind it? Because not everybody's ready to come back to connect with people. We have these Zoom calls, but I feel that in a more personal, in-person setting, you get to offer you and be and let that feeling, that internal feeling, go with, okay, if I'm going to this network meeting or meetup, I want to at least talk to one person, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
now you went with a goal, right? And that's
Yeah.
what it comes down to. That's how we can be of service to someone.
I love that. I'm taken back to like 2019 and being introverted and coming off of like a traumatic time of my life. When we went into the pandemic and the shutdown and it had to be virtual, that was a sweet spot for me. It's almost like I got an excuse that I have to stay home. I don't have to go out. So that was like a sweet spot for me. And that's how I built my business, was virtually. It was almost like in 2019 going into 2020, it was all brand new, but we had to stay home. So it was amazing that I could really connect with people through camera, but then still have these relationships today. And now we've met each other in person, but we felt like we've known each other forever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things that for me, being introverted actually worked really well for me, because it's almost like it gave me that time to get comfortable with someone without being too vulnerable. But then you stay consistent all these years, and now we meet each other in person and it's like we're family. So that actually worked well for me for who I am truly as a person. When people hear that I'm an introvert, they crack up, because they're like, you're all over the place. And I'm like, yeah, but it's through a camera. It's through a screen. But we walk into a room together and I'm just like, hi.
They tell me the same thing, like you're an introvert, but like you have, like, people see me as this blunt, like a strong character. I mean, I do have a strong character, but I'm an introvert.
So let's get into some product spotlight, because being part of Besitos Beauty, who you see here, guys, if you're tuning in and you see Yara and you see Julie, they are part of the Besitos Dream Team. And you might not know what the Besitos Dream Team is, but that means that they have like their own starter kits. They are using Besitos to draw people into their business, whether they're talking about the emotions through the color, or Yada, like, showing up as your confident best self, needing to talk about money. You got to put that shield on, because to me, it is a superpower. So they're part of my dream team, and they're part of the foundation. They're the OGs. We're doing all of this together, but we really want to bring a product highlight to you every show. And I thought one of the very, very first ones that we would cover tonight is simply the color Resilience. This color, it's a red matte lipstick. It's a really pretty red, but what it is it's a cool red. So I'm actually going to do a little swipe here. It's not an orangey red. That's the thing. Reds are very difficult for people, because most of them have an orangey base. And this Resilience has a cool, it's almost a blue base, but when you say blue, people like freak out. But in the color manufacturing world of lipstick, that cool red is actually the red that complements almost any skin tone. So Resilience is one of our staples. It's one of our top sellers. But I'm going to actually just put it on here, because I want you guys to see this beautiful red. But then I always, when I put it on, I even put some shimmers on top. So there's different techniques that you can use to give your lips a different color. But I want each of you to tell me, Yara and Julie, how has Besitos, when you put the lipstick on, what does that do? It does change your mood, doesn't it?
Yes, it's an automatic selfie moment, because you just have to take a selfie. You gotta do it. No, it definitely changes, for me personally, it definitely changes my whole vibe automatically. Feeling sexier, feeling confident, feeling like no one can stop me. I'm on top of the world.
Yes.
Get out of my way.
Yes.
And it's just like that, honestly. And that's why when I am speaking or doing events, I either display or Resilience. Those are my two top colors, the two that I love the most. Depending what I'm doing, where I'm going, is the one that I'm putting. Of course, I have a whole pack.
Yeah, she's got the whole 100 now too. So
listen, you don't understand. I have a Besitos good problem. Anyway, but these two are my go-to. Actually, today I was doing the workshop, and the one of the hosts, so I just, at the end, she was like, I just want to ask about your lips. She actually asked me about your lips. I'm like, oh, I sell it. It's right here. I get back to you on that.
Yeah. And you're like, and today's your lucky day, because for $16.99, we'll put that in your budget. But a little backstory for those that might not even know the backstory of Besitos. In 2021, I literally lost my home. That was the last piece of me to lose everything after my world crumbled. We'll save that topic for like another time. But I had moved back in with my mom. I was 46 years old. I had moved back in with my mom, and I was on her recliner, drinking my wine, having my pity party of one, just like scrolling Facebook. And I came across a photo of myself. I should have put that on here, but I had a neck surgery. So I was cut like across the front of my neck, and it's nasty. Like it's nasty. It's only like 2 days old. But I still took a selfie and I had my red lipstick on. And so when I came across this photo, having my pity party, it like clicked for me that lipstick it's always been there for me. It's always been my superpower. It's always been the thing that even when I felt not my best self, or even when I felt nasty, really, that scar was nasty, but man, you put your lipstick on and it's like, I got this. I can do this. And that's really, that moment was really the crazy idea. That's like, I can't be the only woman that needs that superpower. And I'm very lipstick picky, like very lipstick picky. So for me, it was all about finding something that smelled good, that felt good, that was clean ingredients, but that stayed put. I didn't want lipstick that was going to end up all over my face by the end of the night. And we did that. But that's really how it started, with 50 lipsticks, and they all sold out. And like, here we are this many years later. So Julie, with you and your emotion side of it, and I know that you speak to the colors of lipstick, like what does Besitos mean to you?
Well, thank you. Talking to my super mom out there, right? The woman that has to do so many things, so many hats, who's not really, who's coming to her own, what she has to do as far as the chores, if you want to call it that, roles that she has to play. So, like we said earlier, sometimes coming up with that messy bun, that swipe of color just changes her whole vibe. We know pinks are happy colors. Reds are the bold colors. You're showing up, right? You're bold. You're gonna do this. I got this attitude, right? And like I tend to find myself wearing more of the orangey one, like number 42. It just matches everything. It's so neutral on my skin tone, because it does happen with skin tone. There's going to be some colors that just don't match. That self-care moment of just putting on a lipstick. And to be honest, I used to work at a superstore, like Macy's, and I worked in the department with Lancome and all that. You could be broke, but you always found time to find that lipstick. It's like that didn't stop you from buying a lipstick because you were broke. So there goes that confidence. You feel that. You feel like when you swipe that color, the confidence comes in, your self-care moment comes in, it sparks a shift in your attitude in the moment. It even helps you take action. Colors do say something about you. So Besitos has helped me rediscover that, right? In my spark, it's my playful time, it's my fearless time. Even women who have faith, it gives you this feel, this, you're connecting with yourself, you're self-loving yourself first, and you show up. We need to really, really take care of ourselves on a level of self-care. Self-care can be as simple as swiping a lipstick and taking care of your lips, right? But it's to build that confidence. It doesn't have to be a spa day. Self-care doesn't have to be that. Self-care is just taking 10, 15 minutes to just breathe. In doing that, you are recharging yourself. And a lot of times we're worrying about the things that we don't have any control of it. So let it go. Be here, be present, reconnect with you. Find that little girl that had big dreams, connect with her and just say, hey, I'm here. And then share that person with the people you love.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same line as Julie. Just take care of yourself, heal from within, and just be you wherever you go, whoever you with. Some people might feel uncomfortable because you are being you, and you're rediscovering you, and that's how you gonna notice when real people are with you. The real ones will stay, the fakes will leave.
Yeah.
And I've been there. That's why I have like basically no friends, if you know what I mean. Because I have done a lot of deep healing and deep work all these years. But anyways, it's just take care of yourself, heal yourself, rediscover yourself, be you, stop apologizing for nothing.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I love that.
Don't change for nobody.
And for me, I feel like unfiltered confidence, it's okay to change your mind, right? I think sometimes especially me being in that like dream world. I believe in dreams. And to me, when you get those crazy ideas, it's like, it's not a matter of how can I do this? It's like, when are we going to get started? But there are times where even if you say something out loud and like, this is what your plans are, and this is where you're going, and this is something you're so excited about, and then all of a sudden life hits and it pivots, it's okay to change your mind. You know, and I think sometimes people hold on to, oh, there she goes again, doing that. Oh, now she's doing that. And it's like, yeah, I am. I'm all over the place because I guess my journey of growth is I just show those parts of me. I'm doing this. I'm going to try this. And I had to let the judgment or the fear of opinions go on that. It's okay to change your mind. As you're growing, you're going to pivot. As you are growing, you're going to choose something tomorrow that maybe you didn't choose yesterday. And that's okay. Just be kind to yourself. So I think for me, that unfiltered confidence comes with just honoring who you are in the moment and whatever that looks like. So I want to thank both of you guys, Yara and Julie, my dream teamers, for being here tonight for this first Chicas Unfiltered kickoff. I'm so excited for what this show is going to bring and evolve into. Thanks for being here tonight.
Chicas Unfiltered. Let's go. Red lips on, lights down low. We don't hide, let the realness show. Every chica got a fire inside. Tonight's the night, no compromise. Ooh, corazón, feel the rhythm take control. Sisters rising, breaking chains, unstoppable. Chicas, chicas unfiltered. Dance it out, let the world get lifted. Chicas unfiltered. No mask, no fear, we're gifted. Hands high, corazón, let's ride. Queens of the night, can't hide this vibe. Lip gloss, tequila shots, we laugh, we cry. Turning heartbreaks into battle cries. Glow so fierce, we set the tone. Unapologetic, we own the throne. Dale, dale, move your body. Sisters rising, nobody can stop me. Chicas unfiltered, raw y bonita. Power y fuego, nuestra vida. Chicas unfiltered. Turn it up, let the soul get lifted. Chicas unfiltered. Yeah. Unstoppable queen, so gifted. This is our time, our story to write. Together we ride, together we shine tonight. We are queens, yeah, let them see, ruling the world, full of energy, masky labios, we're fierce and bold on your story, let your colors unfold. So we're the queens, standing tall and proud, in a world full of colors, let your voice be loud. Besitos Beauty, we're the fire, the light, empowered, unstoppable, ready to ignite, grab your shades, it's time for the glow, confidence in color, let the whole world know. This is your Prospera era, where dreams align with grace, abundance flows like rivers. You've stepped into your place. Rise, reign, and remember, you were born to shine. Welcome to your moment, Prospera, it's time.
We hope you enjoyed today's show on Prospera TV Network. Make it a point to visit us on YouTube and catch all your favorite shows anytime you want. Interested in hosting a show of your own? Or advertising your business on our network? Contact Elena Rodriguez.